Sandy Alexander, and I'm here with Suzette Levesque, Bucklet.com's resident style guru and etiquette expert. This month on Suzetiquette, we're going to talk about Valentine's Day etiquette. Juicy. Some juicy tidbits for getting through the holiday, whether you're single or newly dating, or if you've been with someone for way too long.
Perfectly put, as always. Perfectly put. Single girls or single boys, whatever it might be, let's start there. You're single and the dreaded Valentine's Day comes. You can't get a reservation anywhere and you are just beside yourself about it. But why would you should always have an excuse to celebrate, especially with your girlfriends or your boyfriends, whatever it might be. So if you're single, there are many options that are out there. I know, like, I love to get my girlfriends together, you know, girlfriends, guy friends, whatever it might be, and throw a dinner party. Do something fun, break out the bubbly, you know, heart-shaped desserts for everyone. How about some heart-shaped souffles or something like that? Like, I love to cook, so bring everybody over and do something like that.
There's never a bad excuse to get your friends together.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Or going to the spa with your girlfriends for the weekend.
Yes.
What girl doesn't love a little pampering for herself? I think that sounds good. Guys, plan a trip to Vegas, Atlantic City. You know, or girls too. If you want to get away, go ahead and get away. Or just a little intimate dinner at home with close friends too. You don't have to spend a lot.
Right.
And you can always just send a fun little card and have a night to yourself. I know I always really enjoy a night to myself.
Well, yeah, and last year on the Bucklet blog,
Yes.
we did a post for, you know, for the single girl on Valentine's Day.
Absolutely.
Show yourself some love on Valentine's Day. So, you know, perfect evening in the tub with a glass of wine and a great playlist, or have your girlfriends over and there were a couple of recipes, or conquering something that you've always been afraid to do, like jump out of a plane.
Of which I had no idea Sandy did.
Yeah, in my crazy years. Yeah.
So all of those are excellent ideas, and so, like I said, whether you're single or you've been together forever, that day can be special for everyone. So it's all in what you want to make of it.
So newly dating.
Newly dating, which is probably the hardest scenario to talk about, I feel like. Newly dating is hard. For example, do something thoughtful. And always, of course, in any of these scenarios, you can do something thoughtful. But in this particular case, newly dating, you don't want to go overboard. You don't want to
get his and her towels.
Exactly.
for his house.
Been dating for a month, a couple months, yes. That would not be a very good idea. That might be on How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. But if he's a keeper, you know, play it on a little bit more cautious side.
Yeah. Be a little more aloof.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's Valentine's Day?
Oh, I had no idea.
We really have an idea.
Of course we do.
We're like, okay, it's February 12th.
Of course we do.
2 more days.
And the card.
Oh.
I think this is a big one. With the card in this particular dating scenario, go funny. Don't get that card that says, oh, you are my soulmate, we were meant to be together forever and ever. Stick with the funny card.
No photo albums of your children, like, pasted together, like, how to lose a guy.
I was going to say they get that on there. Absolutely. No, do not do that.
Well, it's almost better if you don't give a gift, because then there's no monetary value attached to what you're giving.
Right.
And there's no discomfort if one person gets one thing and the other person gets something that's
absolutely
like a keychain.
Right. No, I agree.
Yeah.
Do something, again, thoughtful. Obviously, at this point, you guys have been out on dinners together. If you guys have been to the movies, he's a popcorn lover. Get a movie and make popcorn, or
his favorite dessert.
Yeah, or favorite dessert. Yeah, I really like that idea too. Chocolate chip cookie, anything. You know what I mean? Whatever his favorite dessert might be. Just go ahead and do that for him too. That's perfect. Or her, whatever.
But what it comes down to is the thought.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That is the main point here. The been together forever is the next one, which I think can be really fun too. When you have all of this history together and you know the little, and you know each other in and out by this point.
I hope so.
Yeah, you should. So what are you guys doing?
Well, I'm very fortunate. My husband likes to plan little getaways for us, and so he has planned a getaway to a B&B, and we're going to have a nice dinner,
wonderful.
A little romantic getaway before the little one joins us.
That is perfect.
We don't have much time alone left, so Because
For
we're taking
sure.
advantage of
That's
it.
perfect. And very, very thoughtful. He is a very thoughtful, very thoughtful person.
And we're really into food, so, you know, there's definitely food involved.
Right. Foodies you are for sure.
Yeah.
So, speaking of thoughtfulness, I know that you and I had this funny story over Christmas that I think would be great to share. We, both of our significant others had gotten us shoes for Christmas gifts. And they both are extremely thoughtful. They are something that we wouldn't have ever purchased for ourselves, but we love them. So with that being said,
well, what was so funny about the story was, like Suzette said, you know, we both got shoes. And I tend to be more practical and functional when I make purchases. And my husband recognizes this, and he also knows that I love to garden. And he's seen me destroy many pairs of sneakers in the garden. So for Christmas, he got me garden shoes.
which was so thoughtful. I really do want to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and they're great. They're very, like I said, they're very functional, and they'll be great, you know, when I'm working out in the yard. They're not something that I'd wear to dinner, but, yeah, you know, they're shoes.
Well, if you need something to wear to dinner, you can borrow mine.
Okay. And this is what Suzette got for Christmas.
I got these gorgeous
Yes.
Saint Laurent heels, and I love them. I would have never ever purchased them for myself, but I love them.
Yeah, they're
And
fabulous.
they're not practical, but they're just great. And
But
they were thoughtful.
they're not something you'd maybe purchase for
I
yourself.
would have never purchased these for
Yeah.
myself.
So
ever.
that
I would
was-
never purchase them for
It was a
myself.
very nice gift.
They were very thoughtful. So again, both of our guys were very, very thoughtful.
Mhm.
So again, the
And
whole
shoes.
thing-
I mean,
Every
you
girl
really
loves shoes.
can't go wrong with shoes.
No, you really cannot. You're absolutely right. So
Or at least you can't go too wrong with shoes.
this is true. This is true. You said you and your significant other were going away for the weekend. It's the thoughtfulness. He planned the weekend. It's the thoughtfulness of the garden shoe. It's the thoughtfulness of getting you something that you wouldn't do for yourself. And that's what this holiday is about. It doesn't matter how much you spend or how little you spend. It's really just about being able to communicate however that might be, verbally or with a little bit of gift giving or food for your significant other, whatever it might be. It really is just about the thoughtfulness.
Okay.
So.
But girls and guys, if you are looking for a nice gift for Valentine's Day, check out bucklet.com, where we just launched Bucklet Bling. So there are lots of really affordable pieces of jewelry on the site that make a great gift. You know, they're not over the top, they're not diamonds, but they're great pieces for every day or, you know, a special occasion or whatever.
Absolutely, absolutely, that's perfect. And then the bucklet too, for that girl that you're not sure what to get and who has everything. The bucklet really is a perfect gift for the girl who has everything.
Yes, I think so too.
So those are two great options
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
And I think really the bottom line here is be thoughtful and enjoy the day with whether, like you said, whether you're with your girlfriends or a bunch of girls and guys together or with your significant other.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay. So everybody out there, have a great Valentine's Day, and we will see you next month with a new edition of Suzetiquette.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Toodles.
Toodles.